Yeah.
Now the mother thing take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah. And it's nothing you could tell nobody. Like it's no adult that could speak to a child after they felt like their mom's been disrespected
your moms can't even speak to you at that point.
There's nothing that could be said to you.
Speak to nobody.
And the one thing that's different with the internet is everybody saw that.
Now, are you enjoying seeing your sons step up to the moment and the whole family concept?
No, I don't. I don't enjoy it. I do not. Simply because I've spent so much time trying to get this little nigga off the ledge.
Talking about King?
Yes. And now he has justifiable means to undo all of the teachings that I've been teaching.
Yo, if someone disrespects you online, is it powerful or problematic when your child jumps in?
Oh, man.
Now, we all been seeing what's been going on in the media as of late.
King, he thing on the internet.
Pockets of his soul right
Young
now.
King.
You heard? I fuck with that boy energy.
I'm not going. I ain't going. With my mama, I ain't going.
He definitely ain't going.
Yeah.
He made that clear.
You gotta respect it though.
Nah, I respect it. Under the circumstances, I respect it.
So if you was into it with somebody, right? Just hypothetically speaking, would you want for your son to say something?
No, not really. I can't honestly say I would want my son, especially your age. What it is? I know he's
he
got
older.
a son, but ain't he older?
Yeah,
He's 20 or 21 or something.
Yeah, he a little old. He might be older than that.
A little different because he's not really a child. But I wouldn't. I got younger kids.
What about anybody else in your family though? Family, cousins, your brother?
Nah, because it really put them in a different. I would just want to handle it myself. I wouldn't want my kids or like my family.
But people that love you, you can't tell them how to love you though. Because I seen your brother defend you many times.
But under the circumstances,
and what's going on,
a grown man's mother was being talked about because he's not a child.
Yeah, he's 21. He's of age.
He's young, but he's still a grown man to make his own decisions and all that shit. So imagine us at 21 and somebody talked about our mother and put our mother on display like that. That 21 energy.
Right.
Yeah, you can't tell nothing.
Right. That's what we got to think about.
No. I already thought about it. I'm already for all the bullshit. I'm already, check this out. Nigga mother is spoken about. It's all bets off.
This is my thing, right? I would never promote or support my children publicly backing anything I got like negative going on in my world. I would never be like, yeah, that's what we on. I wouldn't do that, but at the same time, I can't tell my kids how to feel about what they see on the internet about me and how they react to it. Now, once I see it, I might be like, yo, I don't need you doing that. But you can't really, you know what I mean? That's
what about if it's a cousin or something?
That's how they
jump right into it.
That's even worse. That's even, like your kids, I feel like you could control more than a cousin. Or I mean, you might tell your cousin, but your cousin might be like, all that, why niggas saying that about you and boo boo. I got cousins that might do the same exact shit. And in that space, what you gonna say?
I respect that.
You know what I mean? Like,
I respect that.
I respect that too, but I'm taking it from the place of a 21-year-old energy.
Couldn't tell me nothing at 21.
I'm with it. I don't think he did nothing wrong.
At 21, a nigga play with.
You gotta remember this.
At any age, nigga play with your mama. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying
shit that made you mad in life.
The first fight.
You heard? In life.
Some days you might let it slide.
Your mama that was from a little kid, that's the first shit that made you want to pop on somebody.
100%.
So that don't change with no age.
Right.
Don't, you know what I mean? So that's how I feel with that. Like, you can't put a control on a child or how anybody feel or how they respond about their moms. Like,
but what about if it's not a mother thing and it's somebody responding for you? Your son, your brother, your family member.
I don't want my family.
I don't need nobody responding for me
at all. You gotta think too, like it could be up. So like they jumping in something that really
you don't know what's going on.
They not moving even on the same type of time and you moving on. They might not be. They might be regular working go to work 9 to 5 every day. You live the whole different life. It's just like you saying, with people is in the street and people are civilians. Like, so I think it should just stay. I would advise my family just stay out of it. That's what I would.
Right now, 50 Cent doesn't even look remotely stressed about everything unfolding. The way he handled it felt less like a direct response and more like a quiet warning to everybody watching. Almost like he was saying, hold up, are you really sure you want to take this route? Because when King stepped into the conversation, he didn't halfway do it. You could see the energy immediately. He even threw his own mom's image onto a t-shirt and started moving it like instant merch. And that's exactly when the situation took another wild turn. Out of nowhere, Rick Ross popped up right in the middle of the chaos, asking if he could place an order. Yeah, Ross really slid in like a customer trying to buy merch while the entire internet watched the drama explode. He basically jumped in like, let me grab one of those. Then he joked that he needed a tea. Actually, scratch that, make it a 3X. Come on, Ross, a 3X? That's wild. And King responded like, say less, I got you. But just look at how fast everything escalated. All this drama unfolded in less than a week. Meanwhile, XXL Magazine jumped into the mix and suddenly there was promotion everywhere. People were even cracking jokes about the McDonald's snack wrap randomly showing up in the conversation. Folks online were literally saying, somebody better cut me a check for all this promo. It's crazy how the internet blends rap beef with random brand chatter like that. Now the big question everybody keeps asking is simple. Will 50 Cent actually fire back with a full diss track? Some fans believe it could happen, but honestly, people close to the situation are saying that it probably isn't coming anytime soon. In fact, some insiders are so confident they'd literally put money on it. And as far as a response from 50 right now, nothing but silence. The comment sections are already exploding with fans saying, place your bets now because everyone's trying to guess 50's next move. But let's be real, this entire month has been strange for hip-hop drama. Remember when 50 Cent recently claimed he actually owns the building where Jim Jones records his podcast? That statement alone had people raising serious eyebrows. Now, nobody has fully confirmed it yet, but things got even more interesting when Maino pulled up to a location saying it might actually be the same building. So behind the scenes, there's still a lot of mystery floating around about what's really happening. Some people in the culture even think a little fake tough talk might be involved, like certain individuals sounding aggressive online, but not actually planning to take it any further. That's definitely the vibe some fans are picking up right now. But one thing the internet did notice immediately is that T.I and the entire Harris family didn't back down from the noise. People are saying they truly stood on business and made it clear they weren't afraid to jump into the discussion. And now the only thing everyone watching wants to see is simple, how 50 Cent decides to move next. Because depending on what he does, this whole situation could explode into something much bigger.
Right now though, it almost feels like 50 is already celebrating a victory while everyone else is still trying to figure out what just happened. Then another question started circulating online. Did 50 Cent actually post that celebration on his Instagram himself? From what it looks like, the answer might be no. Most of what people are seeing appears to be coming from blogs and repost pages. Meanwhile, it seems like 50 was just out getting money from one of his usual club appearances. While that was happening, the internet turned the moment into a whole storyline. And here's where the conversation got funny. Some fans online started acting like 50 had just won an award or something. Others were like, wait, why are people handing him a trophy for this? Honestly, that's just blogs and fans turning every little moment into a headline. Meanwhile, 50 is out there celebrating like he dropped 4 diss records back to back. But hold up for a second. The Harris family was the one responding nonstop. One reply after another, back-to-back energy all week. At one point, people even joked that the Harris family might be the strongest unit in hip-hop right now. They stood together publicly and didn't hesitate when the conversation heated up. Back-to-back responses, no hesitation, everyone stepping in. When an entire family moves like that in public situations, people definitely start paying attention. Because once that type of unity shows up, the message becomes crystal clear. You'd better handle your business. Right now, the Harris family is definitely setting the tone in the middle of this situation. The crazy part is that some people are actually acting like they did something wrong. But when you really think about it, that reaction says more about other people than it does about them. Because let's be honest, not everyone has a family that moves together like that. Some people are sitting at home wondering why their own circle doesn't show the same loyalty. Problems are happening inside their own house, but nobody is stepping up.
Meanwhile, the Harris family stepped forward together and handled things head-on. Now look at the other side of the situation. 50 Cent has the money, influence, and one of the biggest reputations in hip-hop history. But when the drama started heating up, nobody really jumped in publicly to defend him. Outside of fans in the comment section saying 50 got this, there hasn't been a big wave of artists backing him up. Of course, fans mainly want one thing though: music. They want real responses, real bars, and real competition. But many people still believe 50 Cent probably won't release a diss record aimed at T.I. anytime soon. Because once certain moments already play out publicly, the energy changes. And the moment fans keep mentioning is when that post appeared. Not once, but twice. After that, the internet completely lost its mind. The younger audience jumped into the discussion, and suddenly the situation became way bigger than it started. At this point, the energy around the entire situation is obvious. It's up, and people are watching 50 Cent's next move very carefully, especially if he decides to make another appearance in Atlanta for a show or club hosting. Because the vibe in the city right now is very clear. Atlanta is riding with the Harris family.
A lot of people in the South didn't like seeing Tameka Tiny Harris being dragged into the situation. That's something Southern culture takes seriously. So the support for T.I. and his family has been loud from that side of the industry. Right now, this entire situation between 50 Cent and the Harris family has turned into one of the wildest hip-hop drama moments in recent memory. Some fans are even joking that this might be the first time rap has seen an entire family step into the ring together. And looking at how everything played out, some people think this might actually be the smartest time for 50 to simply let the situation cool off. Because realistically, nobody expects him to jump in the booth and start dissing the younger members of the family. And if he hasn't gone directly at T.I. with music yet, then the chances of this escalating even further probably aren't that high. So right now, it almost feels like 50 Cent just let the moment slide and kept it moving. And honestly, some people are calling the whole situation a missed opportunity, because when you really think about it, imagine how crazy a real back-and-forth battle between these artists could sound. That's the part fans keep wondering about. Nobody actually believes 50 Cent is worried about public opinion. That's never really been his style. The real question people keep bringing up is something else entirely. Where is the motivation right now? Because stepping into the booth and going to war on a record requires a different level of hunger. For many artists, it comes down to passion. It's about keeping your lyrical sword sharp. Sometimes all it takes is hearing the right beat or catching that spark of inspiration. Then suddenly you're in the studio recording something powerful. But the conversation across hip-hop right now is bigger than just this one situation. Look around the culture for a second. You've got Cameron jumping in and freestyling during podcast episodes. You've got Mace stepping back into his rap bag and fans responding to that energy because it feels authentic. That's the type of raw creativity people say they've been missing. Meanwhile, a lot of the industry feels different these days. Too many artists chasing viral moments. Too many people are chasing quick hits and brand deals. Sometimes the music even starts sounding more like theme songs or jingles than real rap records. Fans can hear that shift too. That's why whenever someone jumps back into pure bars and lyrical intensity, the audience reacts instantly. Because at the end of the day, hip-hop fans respect one thing above everything else:
real passion on the microphone. And that's exactly the point people keep bringing up in this conversation. It shouldn't feel this complicated. If you start digging through the catalog right now, there are plenty of records from 50 Cent that came long after the early Hunger days. We're not just talking about the era when everybody was grinding for a record deal. We're talking about years later as well. Remember the mixtape run he had after I Get Money exploded? During that stretch, 50 was dropping project after project and constantly feeding the streets. So it's not like he doesn't have ideas or unfinished tracks sitting somewhere in the vault. That's why some fans feel confused hearing all this talk about a lack of motivation. Because if anyone knows how to jump in the booth and record something quickly, it's definitely 50 Cent. But once people started mentioning that motivation might not be there, fans began joking about another artist who stepped away from traditional rap for a while. You probably already know who they're talking about, the one who surprised everybody with the flute experiment. Shout out to Andre 3000 for carving his own creative path. But fans still expect a different type of competitive energy when it comes to someone like 50 Cent. And speaking of the music, a lot of listeners started noticing something interesting about Damani Harris's record. Some people said his flow actually reminded them a little bit of Andre 3000. That same relaxed, thoughtful delivery where the artist really sinks into a creative zone. At the same time, you can still hear flashes of J. Cole-style energy when Damani slips back into his normal rap pocket. But on this particular track, he definitely tapped into that Andre 3000 type of vibe. A different lane, a different rhythm, and listeners noticed it immediately. Whether the style works for you or not, one thing is obvious: he stepped up and delivered his verse. Now, with the big conversation still circulating, the culture is simple. What do you think about this entire situation involving 50 Cent, T.I, and the Harris family? Were you impressed with the records that T.I and Damani dropped during this back-and-forth moment? And what do you think about the idea that 50 Cent just isn't motivated to respond right now? Because some fans are asking a pretty direct question. If you can post about someone's wife online, why not just respond inside the booth with music? A few people even pointed out that planning a whole documentary would probably take longer than recording a verse. To some fans, the situation feels like being in a fight where someone gets slapped and suddenly says, "Wait a second, let me go grab something first." Meanwhile, the other side is standing there saying, "Nah, let's settle it right now." That's the type of energy people feel like they're watching unfold. Now, before you head out, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this video so more hip-hop fans can join the conversation. And if you really want to support the channel, tap the hype button on this video. It helps the channel grow in a major way. Thank you for rocking with us.